All right, everybody, welcome to our Anson County 4-H Open House Zoom. This is something new that we're trying just to keep anybody that is associated with 4-H or would like to know more about 4-H. This is an opportunity to just give you a quick update and just kind of let you know what we have going on currently and what we plan to have going on for the year 2022. So again, we want to welcome to our Anson County 4-H open house. So this is our agenda to the right. As you can see, there are 6 things that we will go over. I'm starting with the calendar of 4-H Club programs and events. We'll talk a little bit about 4-H Online. We'll talk about our 4-H clubs. We'll take a poll. We'll allow some time for questions, and then we'll talk about announcements and upcoming events. All right, so I am excited to announce that we developed a tentative list of all things Anson County 4-H. And I'll go ahead and tell you guys that here within the last maybe 3 to 4 months, I've had a lot of people moving into the county reach out to me and ask, well, what can I sign my child up for? And as many of you know, that is a loaded question. It depends on the age of the child, depends on what they're interested in, just a number of different factors that helps me to kind of help a family decide what they want to do in 4-H. So what I did was I put together a tentative list of all things Anson County 4-H. And this list, I'm sure, will change. It will grow. But essentially, I will make this available to you all probably by tomorrow or the first part of next week. So if anybody has any questions about opportunities with 4-H, this will be a good place to start. So as you can see, we have a quick summary of what 4-H is. Then we have the age groups divided. Got our Clover Buds, juniors, and the seniors. Again, we talk about what 4-H is. Our motto is we learn by doing. That is our motto, and that's kind of how we stand out. Then we talk about our 4-H programs. We talk about you all as volunteers, and just the professional aspect of our working with kids. All right, and this is actually, so we have 2 summaries. One is based off of the dates, and the other one is based off of just, I think it's in order alphabetically. But this chart right here, as you can see, it is a list of our clubs, our programs and events. It lets us know about the age groups, the dates that those events or clubs are running. And then in the last column, it lets you know whether you need to be enrolled in 4-H Online or not. Some events will require you to be in 4-H Online, others will not. And so again, this is a tentative list. It will change, I'm sure. But as you can see, we have quite a bit of things going on in Anson County. Some of these events are district and state events, but the majority are Anson County local events that we have going on. And again, I'll make this available to you all after this update. And the next one is the summary of our 4-H programs and events and descriptions. And this list is in alphabetical order. And so what this list does is just offers a quick explanation, a quick description of what that club, program, event does. As you can see, again, we have a handful. And hopefully this will answer most people's questions when they say, well, what can I do with 4-H, or how can I be involved? Hopefully this list will answer the majority of those questions. If they still have questions, then they can reach out to me. But like I said, I've been getting a lot of people ask, what is 4-H? Well, how can I be involved? What can my child do? So hopefully this will help out with that. All right. Now back to our slideshow. Again, like I mentioned, this list will be made available after today. If you would like to be placed on our email list, we send out these type of updates periodically. And if you would like to be on the email list, just reach out to me, and we will add you to our list so you can get all these updates. All right, so let's talk about 4-H Online. So 4-H Online is now open. It actually started off on January 1. I know a lot of us of adults maybe know about the healthcare open enrollment. Just think of it something similar to that. It's something that you need to do to be able to participate in certain 4-H events, and I'll talk about that a little bit more. But the link here, this is the hyperlink that will take you to the enrollment site. And again, if you want to participate in certain 4-H events, you need to be enrolled. All right, so let's talk about why. Let's talk about more in depth of why you want to be enrolled in 4-H Online. Reason number one, we have several, well, not several, but we have authorization forms which must be completed on 4-H Online. These provide the necessary information for us as the adults and the overseers, so we can have information readily on standby if there's an emergency. Of course, we will have your numbers and all the parental contact information. But if we need something quickly, we can have that stuff on file, on standby. We can grab it and do what we need to do quickly, if we need to in the case of emergency. So that's reason number one why you should want to enroll in 4-H Online. Number two, as I mentioned, 4-H Online, it just provides access to the different 4-H events and activities your youth may want to participate in. Some specific events will require 4-H Online enrollment, and you can go back and refer to that calendar of events to kind of determine whether that specific event or program or club that you are interested in will require your enrollment. And number three, again, if you want to take advantage of all that North Carolina 4-H has to offer, I encourage you to enroll today. All right, so now y'all have a decision. Most of you all have already enrolled, but if you have not, you have a decision to make, and that decision is to enroll in 4-H Online or to not enroll in 4-H Online. So I'm gonna see if I can convince you really quickly of why you should enroll further. So we do have some events that do not require 4-H Online enrollment, and this first event, we're going to talk about a few popular 4-H programs in Anson County. Most counties are different. We all kind of have our own programs and things that are popular in our county, and so these are some of the things that are popular in Anson County as of late. Our number one program that most people know about is our 4-H summer day camps. Now, this event does not require 4-H Online enrollment. I just want to go and put that out there. You do not have to be enrolled in 4-H Online to participate with this. I went back and found a few pictures from back in 2019 when we really had our full summer camp experience. We were able to take some trips, all that good stuff. Some of y'all may recognize some of the kids. They look a little younger. So this was 3 years ago when we had our full 4-H summer camp. But again, this does not require 4-H Online enrollment. These pictures are a little more recent. This past year, we were able to do our hybrid summer camp where we did some days in person, and then we did on the other days virtually. So as you can see in the middle, we were able to make it out to the wildlife refuge where they were able to learn about nature and conservation. And then there's some pictures where you can see where we're on Zoom. The picture to the far right, Rashonda, our CED, she was able to do a cooking class, and they made pizza and parfaits all over Zoom, and that was really fun and interesting. To the far left, you can see me. Yes, that is me holding a snake. That was a lot of fun. And then in the bottom left, we have Amy called for as our horticulture agent. She was doing a presentation on flies. Flies are much more interesting than you would think. Another program that we have that's really popular in Anson County, probably our second most popular, is the 4-H Livestock Shows. Now, this program does require you to be enrolled in 4-H Online. As you can see, this is part of the Farm Credit Showmanship Circuit, and this is a is a district event where the kids, they will show their livestock, and they will some of them will go on to show in the state fair. Now, you can ask me what I know about livestock. I don't know a ton about livestock. That's not my area, but I work with the livestock agent, and we come together with the Cattlemen's Association, and they have put this event together for the last 2 years. And as you can see, it's a pretty interesting thing to see these little kids pulling around 600, 700 pound animals and showing them off and getting judged for that. So, but again, this program, it does require you to be enrolled in 4-H Online. All right, so this is one of our most current events programs that we have going. It's the Anson Youth Leadership Forums. This does not require 4-H Online enrollment. All you need is a Zoom, a computer, and just the ability to Zoom. We're on our fourth leadership forum. The first one focused on just community leaders. The second one focused on our local government. And so we had the opportunity to interview our county manager, as well as our commissioner, Woodburn. And then this third leadership forum was a focus on the zoning ordinance. Now, some of these topics, they seem are really big, but the kids have really taken a liking to them, and they've been able to handle the topics. The zoning ordinance is something that I didn't know a lot about, but it is going to be a very big deal because it will determine what businesses and things that will be able to come into Anson County moving forward. And so that led up to the fourth leadership forum, which will actually be on this coming up Monday, January 24th, and we will focus on small businesses. And so we have the youth, who we're allowing them to step into leadership roles and letting them actually interview and answer questions to these small businesses and learn that way. And that has been a really cool, interesting way for our youth to learn. I think they've enjoyed it. I've definitely enjoyed it. But again, this does not require 4-H Online enrollment. And just some of our county competition, district, and state events. Now, these will require 4-H Online enrollment. Just a few pictures to the left. We have Andrew. Just this past weekend, we went to Kannapolis for winter enrichment. This is a team program, 13-18, but it was great to just see. They were able to do some workshops. They had a business meeting. They have district officers, they have president, vice president, treasurer, reporter, all that good stuff. And it was really cool to see the kids just behave. So, what's the word? They always inspire me to see like kids just handling business like this. And so that was fun. They got a chance to explore downtown Kannapolis, got to eat. They got to watch the movie Hidden Figures. So that was really fun. And then, as you can see, we have in the middle, that was a local competition we had. We had creative talent and just some other local competitions that we had. We're very big on presentations. So if you have a child and you want them to have a focus in presentations and public speaking, this will be a really good opportunity for them. At the bottom, that is another winter enrichment. This was back before the pandemic. They went to the jump park in Charlotte. And then to the right, again, is 4-H Congress, and that's just, again, before the pandemic. But it was a great opportunity for the 13 to 18-year-old group kids to just get out. They go hang out. Well, not really hang out, but they go to Raleigh for 3 days, and they get to they have the district officers, they campaign. The state officers, actually, they campaign. They get to do a vote. We get to learn about electoral votes. They have a dance. Of course, they get to have fun and mingle. They go downtown Raleigh, but this is for the older kids. But events like this definitely will require you to be enrolled in 4-H Online. All right, so again, you have a decision, and I just encourage all of you, if you are interested in being a part of 4-H, just go ahead and enroll today. All right, let's transition and talk about our volunteers. We could always use more volunteers. If you are interested in supporting Anson County 4-H as a volunteer, advocate, trainer, or mentor, the first step is for you to enroll in 4-H Online. 3 reasons why North Carolina 4-H volunteers have to be registered. All right, it's a requirement. You cannot volunteer as a 4-H volunteer unless you're registered in 4-H Online. That is the official North Carolina 4-H volunteer application. Also, by enrolling, you protect yourself. Thankfully, we have not had Anson County 4-H, as long as I've been an agent for the last 3 years. We've not had any accidents or mishaps, but we do like to be prepared for that, and this is a way to protect you as a volunteer by enrolling. And then also, it just provides the different trainings that you may need to volunteer. And just to kind of wrap it up about 4-H Online, it takes about 10-15 minutes. Now, if you got more than one kid, it may take you a little longer. And all they need is your basic information, like your age, your race, contact information. They ask about allergies. They will ask for your health insurance information. And then if you are applying to be a volunteer, you will have to have 3 references, and they will run a background check. The safety of our children and our minors is the most important thing, and so it is a very it's very strenuous to be classified and to receive that title of 4-H volunteer leaders. We don't take that for granted. And so now I want to talk about our Anson County 4-H clubs. We have three active clubs. The first one is the 4-H Robotics Club. Now, this is a high school club at the high school, and it's run by Miss LeBrie. We have the Busy Bees 4-H Club, which is a community club, and we also have the Eager Beavers, which is also a community club. Now, I think they're on, but we're gonna have our club leaders to talk to us just a little bit about their clubs. The first one we have is Miss Betty Garris. She's with the Busy Bees, and I put a brief description down there. But if Miss Betty, if you could just say a few words, introduce yourself, and maybe just say a word or two about your club.
Okay, good. Good afternoon, good evening, everyone. My name is Betty Garris, and I am the leader of the Busy Bees 4-H Club. We have been there. I have seen, I don't know, maybe 5 or 6 different groups of young people come through my club. And now it's almost like I'm starting again. But we do a variety of things. Usually, we do run our club by youth adult partnership, whereas we have our initial meeting where I sit down with the kids and ask them what would they like to do this year. And I try to pull together programs. Well, I don't do it by myself. I have 4 volunteer leaders that works with me to help run this club. And we try to do what the kids like. We pull it together. And just like everyone else, the last couple of years and even leading into this year has been tough because of the pandemic. But we did do it virtually last year, and it ran pretty smoothly. It's not the same, but as long as they have some type of hands-on or something like Jeopardy or bingo or something like that to play along with the education part of it, they do real good. So most of the type projects we do, they love the science, they love the electric, they love cooking, and the personal development programs we do. And I don't do it all by myself. Sometimes we have special guests come in and talk to the kids or do things with the kids. So it's a very interesting program. And most of the kids, they like it. Usually when they come in, a lot of time if they come in as 5-year-olds, they stay until they graduate from high school. And I even have one young lady that will be coming back this year as a co-leader. So I'm really glad about that. But that's pretty much it in a nutshell.
All right. Well, thank you, Miss Betty. As you can see, her contact information is there. If you would like to reach out there directly, you can use that. Also, we'll put all contact information at the end as well. Our next community club is the Eager Beavers, and the club leader is Miss Pearl Blunt, and she's actually bringing in. I was able to convince Miss Cole to kind of step in and help her out. And if she is on, we will let her say a few words about the Eager Beavers. And while we're waiting, for Miss Pearl, both of these, like I said, are community clubs. The age range, they like kind of like Miss Betty was saying, they start at 5, and they can stand it up to 19 depending on when they turn 19. But young is always a good time to start these type of clubs.
Do you need me to say something?
Yes, ma'am. Good evening, Miss Pearl. This is Miss Pearl. She is the club leader for the Eager Beavers. And just say a little bit about, just to kind of introduce yourself, Miss Pearl, and kind of let us know anything you would like us to know about the Eager Beavers Club.
Okay. Good evening, everybody. The Eager Beaver Club is not as large as it used to be. We've lost a lot of children because what I have now are younger children, and I have had older ones, but they kind of aged out, and some just left because this was not their thing that they wanted to do. And if that's what they wanted, then that was okay with me. But I do have some. I think I have about four or five more coming in, and I think Hannah has 3 that she has have brought in. So we're trying to get back on track with everything, and we do basically we programs, and I try to let the children decide on the type programs that they like, because I feel like if they choose them, then they will work better with them. And then sometimes we have workshops, and they love doing workshops, and they love doing the cooking projects. And I guess that's enough to say right now.
Yeah. I want to thank. Well, Ashley, would you like to kind of introduce yourself?
Good evening. I'm Ashley Cole. I'm very excited to work along with Miss Pearl with the Eager Beavers. As Miss Pearl stated, we have some newcomers coming in, and we're excited to add more people to our club.
That's right.
Miss Pearl and Miss Betty have been volunteers for 30 plus. I don't want to say because I'm probably wrong, but it's 30 plus years, probably closer to 40 of experience as club leaders. So they have a lot of knowledge. They know a lot, and even myself as an agent, I learn a lot from both of them. So especially for your younger kids. But again, 5 to 19, either club will find something that they're interested in, and we'll work with them. But again, Miss Pearl and Ashley's contact information is on here. So if you need it, take it down, and it will also be available at the end.
Okay.
Thank you both. I will really quickly highlight the Robo Wolves. Again, this is strictly for high school aged youth, but it can be something they can look forward to. Miss LeBrie, she runs a really cool program out there. I've been to some of their competitions. They basically build robots from scratch, and they compete, and they do challenges and things like that. And it's a really good way to make the kids think and just learn how to use those critical thinking skills. It's my hope that we can start implementing some robotic stuff on the lower grade levels in the elementary schools. That's a work in progress, but stuff with like coding, and just the whole STEM thing. I think that would be a really great thing for our kids. Part of a rural community, kind of keep us on pace with these bigger towns who have more resources. So I never wanted to be said that with Anson County 4-H and with Anson County in general, I never wanted to be said that there's nothing for our kids to do. right? We want to make sure we are meeting our kids where they are and providing these type of learning opportunities for them. But yeah, Miss LaBrie, she teaches at the high school, and I wasn't able to get her on tonight. Maybe we can get her on a future open house or update. But that's another really cool club that we have in Anson. All right. I've heard some people. I've had some people to reach out and ask about actually starting a club, right? And we like that also. We like to start new clubs, and I think for the most part, you want to have a club leader, right? So you'll have an adult, and you want to have at least 5 youth between at least 3 families, right? So you can't have a club with 5 youth and they all be from the same family. They got to be from at least 3 different families, and of course you need to be enrolled in 4-H Online. We have a chartering process, and that's basically where you just have your roster, so we can confirm your number of youth, and then you go through an application process, and then over the course of a year, if you meet all the requirements, we can charter you and give you a seal as an official 4-H club. Like I said, we only have 3 so far, but we definitely would love to have more. So, but if you're interested in starting a 4-H club, please reach out to myself. And when you think about starting a club, really, you just take whatever you are interested in, whatever your children, whatever the youth are interested in, and you can kind of evolve and kind of revolve your club around that. Or you can do like our community clubs, who have so much experience with 4-H. They have basically a whole bag full of different programs and activities and events that they can do. But yeah, if you are interested, definitely reach out to me. All right, let's do a poll. Do a quick poll real quick. All right, let me make sure. Let me look at my phone, see if it's coming up. Are y'all able to see the poll, the question? Somebody give me a thumbs up.
We can see it.
Okay, all right. So, question number 1. What 4-H topics interest you? Check all that apply. I'm going to give you just a few seconds to go through.
We can see it, but we're not able to make choices.
Oh, man. Okay, all right. So, I should have tested this out, but it's all good. In the chat,
Mine is working.
yours is working?
Mine works.
If you can get to work, okay, somebody's
Or
working.
maybe because I was a host.
That's why. Yeah, if you're a host, it won't let you. All right, I see the numbers coming in. All right. See a lot of cooking. A lot of people, y'all like to cook. Okay. I see some health and fitness. I see some robotics. All right. I see some other in the chat box. Give me an example of an other. And I'm shocked.
Environmental education.
Okay. Environmental education.
STEM.
All right.
Gardening.
Oh yeah, gardening is a good one. Let's see what else we got. I see Legos. Okay, yeah, we have some Lego curriculum.
Nutrition, I don't know if it's been on there before.
Nutrition. And the wonderful thing about 4-H, again, whatever you are interested in, we can pretty much find a curriculum and we can find a way to do a project on it. And that can be a way that, you turn a hobby into something, a really good learning experience. So Andrew or Zoe put Legos. I know they're interested in Legos. We have a Lego curriculum that we can pull, and Miss Betty, I'm sure she's been working with them on that. A lot of y'all like cooking though. We had a lot of fun this summer doing the summer cooking program with our CED. She is a family consumer science agent, and so she focuses on that. They did some homemade pizzas and some parfaits, and it was my first time doing it, but it was good to me. So I would definitely love to incorporate some more cooking stuff. All right, I'm going to end this poll and we'll do one more. All right, we'll let y'all see the results real quick. So as you can see, let me screenshot. As you can see, a lot of you all are interested in cooking. So I'm going to have to let Rashonda know that. All right. Well, it looks like you already answered the second one also, which that question was, I'm interested in joining a 4-H club. All right, a few people are interested. And again, the good thing about 4-H, you don't have to always be part of a club. You could potentially just do summer camp, or you can be involved with the leadership series that we have going on virtually. What else do we have? We have plenty of things that you can do that don't require you to be in a 4-H club. But that's quite all right. All right, thank y'all. All right, does anybody have any questions? I'm going to take a few moments and take any questions for anybody.
You don't have to have one.
No questions? Okay. All right. Well, if nobody has any questions, we'll go through and do our upcoming announcements and events. For the most part, January has been a really busy month for us. If you are not, please go follow us on Facebook at Anson County 4-H. You can also follow the extension office. In the bottom right, you'll see North Carolina Cooperative Extension. If you type in Anson Cooperative Extension, you'll find the extension website. But go follow us on Facebook for all updates. Coming up on January the 19th, which was yesterday, we had our prep meeting for our next leadership forum coming up. That's going to be on Monday. Like I mentioned earlier, we will be. I have some kids, some youth who will be helping me to interview some of the small businesses in Anson County. The goal is to just to give a different learning experience for the youth. Some of these topics, they seem like they may go over their head, but you all will be surprised how well they grasp the concepts and they're able to learn. But coming up on January 22nd, the Eager Beavers will host an interest meeting. This will be specifically with the Eager Beavers Club, and they will talk specifically about their specific program. If you're interested, would like to learn more about them, please join them on Saturday at 12 noon, I believe it is. We will provide contact information at the end if you want any of that contact, if you want that information. This is for our clubs. Project records are due coming up Monday, January 24th. Project records is a project done by 4-Hers on their project on the topic of interest. It's just a way to help build, resume skills, help them to learn how to, be responsible. Just a lot of great value that they can get out of doing the project records. But those are due in the extension office on Monday, the 24th. As we mentioned, the leadership forum is on Monday, the 24th, also at 6:30. The volunteer leaders, they typically have a conference every year for a couple of days. It got canceled due to the COVID numbers, but that is usually once a year, and it's a great experience for our volunteers. They get trained, they get to meet with other volunteers across the state. There's a nice banquet. They do awards. So if you're interested in maybe being a volunteer, reach out to me and we'll talk about get you enrolled. The Busy Bees, they're going to host an interest meeting in February. I'll work with Miss Betty to finalize that date. And if you're interested, again, that contact information will be at the end. Achievement Night will be coming up near the end of February 22nd. That is where we recognize 4-Hers for their achievement as well as our volunteers. It's always a fun night. We get to recognize all the great things that they've done for that previous year. And then the fifth leadership forum will be at the end of February. I hadn't really got into planning for that yet, but it's an ongoing thing that we're doing with the leadership forums. And then Team Retreat, which is a 13 to 18-year-old event, is, as of right now, I believe it's overnight. It's at Camp Millstone. Just another opportunity for the kids to meet other kids in the district. They do workshops. They campaign for those district offices, and this is usually a good time. And then, last but not least, I am planning. We haven't done this in a while, y'all. I'm hoping we can pull it off, but I'm planning a 4-H outing in March, and I would like to go to a Charlotte Hornets basketball game. I'm going to tell you now, there will be some requirements for that. One of them being, yes, you guessed it, you must be enrolled in 4-H Online, and some other stuff. But we'll work out the details, and I will give you updates as I finalize things. But those are things coming up in the next 3 months. So just be on the lookout for updates. And here's all of our contact information. Please take it down, take a picture, take a screenshot. I'll leave it up for just a little bit before we end. But again, if anybody has any questions, here's your second chance. Go ahead and ask them. Well, all right. Well, I do thank you all for hopping on this call. This was recorded, so we will put it on our YouTube channel, and I will make it will be available for y'all to go back and check out. Of course, share it with some friends or anybody you think may be interested. Please feel free to share. But outside of that is all I have. Y'all be safe. They're saying we may get some snow, so y'all be safe, stay warm, and hopefully we will talk soon.